Well, I just think, even my personal scenario, I've owned my house 9 years, and my equity is well then doubled.
Correct. Yeah.
And at this point, I'm kind of sitting here thinking, when is the right time to sell? When do I cash out and go someplace maybe where I can buy a property that I don't have a mortgage at all and up my retirement age much faster?
That's where Marybeth and I come in. We can show you what you can do, whether it's refinance and buy an investment property for when you're ready to move, or sell now, get your money and move. And you can also save on a 1031 exchange, tax deferral. Basically, you can take a property, you sell it, and you have to buy another one more expensive. And
so you don't have to pay taxes.
And you don't pay the capital
Correct.
gains tax, which is 36%.
I think the other thing is, too, is a lot of people think that if they refinance to take out cash to buy another property or investment property, that they have to buy that property in Colorado.
They don't.
So, for example, I have several rental properties, and I've bought in areas where they're $150,000 or less. And I'm making $300 to $400 a month on each of my properties,
Right.
and then I take that money and put it back towards the mortgage, and they're going to be paid off in 10 years.
Right.
So in 10 years, I'm going to have all those properties as passive income.
And there's so many different things you can do. Refi, buy an investment property, sell it, or refi and remodel the kitchen and then sell it, so to improve the value. But there's not a lot of places
And
in the
let's talk
country
about
where
a
you
little
can
bit
do
about
that.
refinancing, not only for investment property,
Absolutely.
but also our country coming out of COVID. Statistically, it's showing that we're in the highest debt situation as far as credit cards, automobiles, different liabilities that we have. So could you take equity out of your property, pay in the low threes or mid threes, and then consolidate and pay all of that debt off?
Right.
I just saved a client $1,800 a month. Had another one that was $700 a month. They literally had gotten themselves into debt.
Yeah.
We've refinanced them, got them into a fixed mortgage, and they've paid it all off. And do you think they're happy saving that kind of money?
Yeah, and it's a
absolutely. Call either one of us.
Yeah.
For me, it's just picking up the phone and calling me. And what we'll do is we're going to do an application, and I'm going to have them submit some basic documents, and we're going to see really where their scenario is and what they can save, if they can save. It's not guaranteed, but let's try.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt. We don't
Doesn't
cost
hurt.
anything to do a look.
Well, I mean, if you're starting the buy process, for instance, the first place to start is with a mortgage broker like Marybeth. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
Because you need to find out what your purchasing power is. She needs to know what your background is, what your work employment, how much down you can come up with, how much savings you have, and then we can find out what a comfortable level is for your mortgage payment, tax payment, and interest payment, right? And then I can work backwards from there and go, okay, well, you shouldn't look at a $500,000. You should be in the 3 to 4 range, because that's going to be affordable for you. So we're not about putting people in homes so they can't afford it, because there's nothing worse than being house poor.
You don't want to be house poor, but you also don't want to fall in love with a house that you can't afford.
Correct.
Let's show you what's realistically in your price point and get you in. And one of the things that I hear all the time with my first-time buyers is, but I want my house to have all these bells and whistles. Guys, just get in the game.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be your forever home. It's
Right.
just your first home.
Yeah, and statistically, it's still fact. Most people do not live in the home more than 7 years. So your first home is not going to be your last home, most likely.